Hello, 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 hello. I'm just going to do my usual sharing business real quick. So share, copy link, bring it over to the good old Instagrams. And link posted. Swipe up. Or no. Chapter 5 post release stream. Come check it out. Yeah? Okay, that works. And let's do our usual swipe up icon. Swipe up. Da-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Okay. Now let's just test out the link. Make sure that it works. And that it brings us to this page. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm just going to join it on my phone so I can see the chat. There we go. Hey, CW Art. All right. So, Chapter 5 released today on Instagram. Chapter 5 of Dragon Ball 13, I should say. Yeah. I think it went well. I think it's been pretty well received so far. What do you think? Have you enjoyed it? Have you read it? Let me know in the chat. I got it open on my phone here, so I can, and no, I don't need to save this. I got it open on my phone so I can respond to anything that we say here. And let me just get it open, get the video going on my TV as well so I can make sure that it's... Yeah, good. All right. Everything is going. I've not read it yet, but I will. Well, it's on my Instagram. I put the links to my Instagram in the description box of this stream. I usually update things later on, like update the info after the fact, but this time around I put the info in the stream as well, so if you want, you can check that out. If you want, you can wait until after the stream to go and check it out. Totally your call. It's also on my Twitter. I put up the full chapter on Twitter as well. It's probably in higher definition on Twitter because Twitter doesn't condense all the photo files as much. All right, well, let's see. What should I draw today? Well, it is Chapter 5 of Dragon Ball 13 release, so maybe I'll do a Dragon Ball 13 kind of picture first. Who got a spotlight? Iriamu got a good spotlight today, so maybe we'll do a little drawing of Iriamu quick while we get some more audience in here. So let's just start off with our basic sketch here. Draw Gogeta, because yesterday you did Vegito. Yeah, okay. Sure, I don't see why not. So Iriamu got his second outfit in the manga, as we saw in the previous chapter. Iriamu's outfit got a little bit destroyed, so he needed to get some new duds. Chapter 5 was great. Thank you, Michael Gillespie. Hi, hey man. Took me a second to remember your name. Ryukaji, thank you. Hey, yo. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Plenty more where that came from. Yes, Nash. Chapter 5 is live on my Instagram. It is also live on my Twitter as well if you want to read it in a little more, high quality. Because Twitter doesn't condense photo files. It's weird. Instagram is a photo sharing app, but they condense photo files when they share. So I don't know why they do it that way. Whereas Twitter is not a photo sharing app, but they don't condense the photos as much. Kind of weird, huh? So I'm starting off with this little picture of Iriyamu here, just to kind of get us going into the feel of it. Figured Iriyamu was a good one to work on today for the stream, because Chapter 5 had a good shot of him. But yeah, as I was just saying, my links are in the description below for my Twitter and Instagram, and I think also my Facebook page. So you can check that stuff out there. Chapter 5 is on, I think it's also on my Facebook. I think I also shared it to my Facebook. So it'll be on all 3 of those platforms, which is cool. Really getting this whole social media thing going. So, I got a few of you in here. Any thoughts, any questions? Anything you'd like addressed while we're here from the chapter? Just let me know. I got the chat open so I can, communicate with you guys. James, do you think my art is good for my age? I don't know what your art looks like offhand, man. I just see the chat here. So we're going to build a Gohan Piccolo relationship with Gohan and Kaido. Maybe, sort of, I guess. Kaido is definitely going to treat Gohan with a lot of respect. Because he asked to be his student. So they're going to have a student-master relationship. I feel like Piccolo's and Gohan's relationship now is a lot more friendly than that. What forms does Iriyamu have? Well, I have concept sheets available on my Instagram, so I can explain the forms that he has on the concept sheets. But that's not to say those are all of the forms he will get. I just don't want to spoil too much, but the forms that I have him having in the concept sheets, there's his, red hair form that he's got right now, the one that he's shown up in. He also has an ascended form, which is that form powered up. I'll put a story up after this stream on my Instagram showing the old Iriyamu concept sheets. But there is the red hair form, this one here. And then he has his ascension form, which is, if I were to compare it to another form, I guess it would be kind of like his version of a Super Saiyan 2. And then there is his false god form. I've explained the origins of the false god form before. So if you want, you can check out the original post for that as well on Instagram. And he has an Uzuru controlled form, which is essentially his version of a Super Saiyan 4 form, I guess. All those are available, the designs for them are all available in the concept sheets. So I'll put that. I'll put a link to that concept sheet in my stories on Instagram after this stream is over, so you guys can check that out if you want. Hey, Frosty. Starting off with an Iriamu drawing to get into the vibe of Chapter 5. Watching you draw Iriamu is making me want to draw. Do it, man. Bust out your sketchbook or a tablet or whatever you use to draw. Bust it out. Feel free to draw at the same time, man. Hey, are you self-taught? Yes. I went to school, like I went to high school a while ago, a good couple years ago. Yeah, I went to high school. It was just a small town high school, so we didn't have any like special art classes or anything. Just like basic art class. But yes, I am self-taught. I didn't go to any special art schools or anything. Is it safe to say Karido and Kuruma are from the 7th universe? Yes. Just a different timeline. Yes, that is safe to say. Actually, that was pretty much confirmed in this last chapter. They are from the 7th universe. They are from this reality, I guess. They're just from a different timeline. Yeah, so the explanation, I put a lot of explanation stuff in this chapter. I wanted to clarify a few things throughout the chapter. I've had to clarify a few things since. So one of the things that I wanted to clarify was, yes, Karido and his crew, as we say, are from the universe 7, from universe 7. Their timelines diverged about 1,000 years ago when what happened with Iriamu went down. As for what that is, I haven't explained that yet, so I'm not going to say. That will all be explained in due time. But something around the time that Iriamu was sealed caused a split in the timeline. Yeah. So they are still Universe 7, so if the timeline hadn't split, then Goku and Vegeta would have still been born in Karido's timeline, but because of the split in the timeline, that didn't happen. Another thing I wanted to clarify, which is something that I had Goku say in this chapter, was he hasn't had a good fight since the Tournament of Power, so the point of that little line there was to specify that the timeline or the point in time that Karido has arrived in is between the Tournament of Power and the Broly movie. So it's just after the Tournament of Power, but before Broly goes to Earth. So Broly is not a thing yet. He's obviously alive somewhere in the universe, but he will not be making an appearance in Dragon Ball 13. So for anybody who is looking forward to that possibility, sorry to burst the bubble. Is it hard for me to draw Vegeta? Not really, no. I used to have a lot of trouble because of his Widow's Peak, which I think is probably what a lot of people have trouble with, but honestly, no, I don't have too much trouble with it anymore. Hey, this man with a mega canvas. Yes. 5,000 pixels by 6,000 pixels at 300 DPI. This is actually the same size that I draw my manga on. It's actually the same size panel. I can draw fast. Obviously, if I was spending more time trying to get this more right, then I wouldn't be drawing so fast. But yeah, I can draw fast. What are you using to draw on? Well, this is Clip Studio EX. I am using an Apple iPad Pro. I forget what size it is. I think it's the 11 or the 9. I forget the exact size, but it's an Apple iPad Pro. And this is Clip Studio EX. And I'm using the Apple Pencil. I think it's the 2nd generation Apple Pencil. It feels very natural. I know some people get that the grip extension on it, or grip thing on it. I don't have one. It doesn't really matter to me. So you got Clip Studio on your Surface Pro, so I've been getting used to it. Nice. I like Clip Studio. When I first got this iPad, a lot of people recommended that I tried Procreate, but looking into Procreate more and seeing that it has like limitations in terms of how many layers and stuff you can use, I don't really like my art program dictating how I draw, so that's one of the reasons actually why I stopped using Autodesk as well, because I would find that I had a limited amount of layers. Whereas Clip Studio kind of just lets you do what you want to do. It's like, it might run your system a little slower, but it'll be like, well, that's your choice, which I like better. But yeah, a lot of people recommended Procreate, but like I said, it's not really my thing. Freedom for the people. That's what Clip Studio is all about, man. What made you decide to do a manga? A few things, I guess. A few factors. I have made mangas before in the past, when I was younger. Of original stories, like not Dragon Ball related. And I do eventually plan to explore those more on my Instagram as well. But I wanted to get a feel for writing again. I wanted to make something. Hey, Shane. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I took inspiration from people like Crimson on Instagram, and for his manga and stuff. And I'm really excited to actually see the definitive edition of Part 1 that he's going to put out in a couple of days. I'm really excited to see that. So obviously, seeing that there was already existing fans for a Dragon Ball OC manga helped. And I met Frosty a couple of years ago when I made this Instagram account, and Frosty and I have talked a lot about our characters, and eventually it just kind of gave me the drive to say, people got to hear this. People got to see this story. People have to see what we've been talking about for so many years. And, it happened, finally. I actually announced Dragon Ball 13 back in 2018, but, life kept me busy, and I guess I just didn't have the drive for it yet. Alright, we have a simple Iriyamu drawing. I'll probably do the colors quick and then move on to a different one. Krita is nice if you don't want to spend money. I don't know what that one is. And just beat Spider-Man DLC, dude. You're in for a treat. Yeah, I can't wait to play it. One of these days, I'll get back to playing games for these streams. It's just, I've been letting you guys decide what we play or what we do during the streams, and been getting a lot of suggestions just to do some drawing. So I'm not going to turn down an opportunity to do some drawing. But eventually I'll get back to playing Spider-Man with you guys. Xenocrito is in the progress. Nice. Looking forward to seeing how it turns out, man. For those of you who I haven't specifically talked to about Zeno Kuraido, so there is obviously Kuraido as we see him in the Dragon Ball 13 manga, and then there is Zeno Kuraido, who is like an alternate version of Kuraido, which is basically a version of Kuraido that I created specifically for other people to use, really. I don't want to confuse the canon of Kuraido's story, so I figure giving people a way to, play around with Kuraido in a sandbox type manner while still maintaining the canon of real Kuraido, So Zeno Kuraido exists. Yeah, it works. Chapter 5 was an awesome chapter. I can't wait to see more to come. Yes, thank you, Shane. Plenty more. Plenty more in the works. I actually have the layouts for the next chapter already finished in my sketchbook. So whenever I just got to get caught up on these commissions and stuff again, and then get started on chapter 6. It's going to be a good one. Goku versus Iriyamu. Whenever I have time, I could use your help with color schemes. Sure, man. I won't be around much after the stream tonight because I gotta, get to bed and stuff. I got kids. But feel free to message me on Instagram, and I'll see if I can help you out. Like I said, I'll probably respond first thing in the morning or whenever. And I'll try to give you a hand. Whoop. So does Cooley get his scar? Do you want me to explain that, Frosty? I'm okay explaining that. What helped you choose the final designs for your characters? Well, actually, I have old sketches of these characters from years ago. Terrible, not these versions of these characters. Different names entirely, even, from years ago. And I guess just drawing them enough. I wanted... When I design a character, I try to make it so that not only is it cool and fun to look at, and also gets the point across of what that character is, but I also want to make it so that it's something that I can draw a lot. Because especially if they're going to be in my manga, I want to make sure that they're a character that I can draw and I have fun drawing, and I'm not... I don't struggle to draw them. I don't want to overburden myself when I'm already on such a tight schedule. So yeah, do it. Okay, sure. So Frosty has asked me to explain how Cooley gets his scar, which Cooley is going to be in Dragon Ball 13 for those of you who maybe didn't hear that in the last stream. Anyway, I'll explain that in a second. Here is Iriyamu. Let's move on to another picture. I had a suggestion to draw Gogeta, so I'm going to draw Gogeta next. Yeah, so... Oh, hey, Sin. Hey, man. What's up? And what time is it? It's 8:37 for me right now. Anyway, so Frosty... Cooley is going to be in Dragon Ball 13. He's not going to be in it for a little bit. Because, like I've said before, this arc is mostly focusing on Kuraido and Iriyamu and Sushona, and obviously the main Dragon Ball cast. And then the next arc is going to be where I introduce other OCs to the story. One of them will be Cooley. And Cooley, when he shows up, initially doesn't have his trademark eye scar yet. Cooley gets his scar, and this is canon according to Frosty and I. Cooley gets his scar in a fencing match against Kuraido. You might remember from the Dragon Ball Creative Minds Sports Challenge. I think it was hosted by Dragon Ball Creative Minds on Instagram. I drew a picture of Kuraido and Cooley fencing each other. And in the picture... Kuraido's fencing sword thing, whatever it's called, got awfully close to Cooley's eye. So we joked and eventually made canon that Cooley gets part of his scar from Karido and Cooley having a fencing accident. Tell me about Iriyamu. This is Venomous. What do you want to know about Iriyamu? The start of a friendship. Yeah, I mean, actually, funny story is that was one of the first pictures that I ever drew of Cooley as well, was in that challenge. So it kind of was like a start of a friendship too, not just for Karido and Cooley, but also for us, man. You know what I'm trying to know? The chapter explanation, though. Well, what do you want to know? There's a lot of things that you could want to know about. Let's actually make this pen a lot thicker, because I just want to make this easy peasy. Honestly, whenever I draw either Cooley or Karido, I usually draw them as a team. Yeah, I mean, they definitely assume that role when Cooley is introduced in Dragon Ball 13. They're definitely buds, and they work together. Is there something behind Whis' look when the chapter ended, or not? Without spoiling anything, yes, there is something behind Whis' look. I can't say what it is, but Whis definitely feels something. Who do you think would win, MUI Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta? I want to say Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. It's a different technique entirely. It's a godly technique. It's a godly power. I know Super Saiyan Blue is god power as well, but we know that Mastered Ultra Instinct is just a different level. And well, they are from the future of the past, because they already know about Goku, and also Karido mentioned the royalty thing. Well, we know that Iriyamu is from the past, right? Because he was sealed 1,000 years ago. As for, before he was sealed and what he might have gotten up to before that, I can't really say yet. There's some things I can't explain just yet for the sake of spoiling, but, all will be explained soon, or eventually. Like I said, I can say that Whis definitely knows of something going on. Whatever that is, I can't really specify just now, but Whis is definitely picking up on some sort of disturbance in the force, as CW has said here. But Iriyamu's origins will be explained. They will get their own. I'm thinking probably 2 or 3 chapters, at least, to explain Iriyamu's origins. I might even make it like a spin-off. The recent chapter didn't see that ending coming. You didn't? Yeah, I mean, I didn't really allude to it too much. Goku and Iriyamu getting to fight. This is mild spoiler territory, but this is actually just their first of 2 fights that they have. Iriyamu and Goku will have a rematch later in the arc, which I think is going to be even better than this one is going to be. So if anyone is disappointed by the outcome of the fight next month, just know that they will have another fight later on. Iriamu is my personal favorite so far. Me too, honestly. I was feeling a little bit bored working on the comic before I introduced Iriamu, and then since introducing Iriamu, it's just it's been flowing a lot easier. He's like he's actually one of my favorite characters to work with, and I'm glad that that's coming across as well. Just gonna grab a drink really quick. They say that leaning forward and talking isn't good for you. So I'm guessing Iriamu about to win, and everyone finally be like, how? No. Iriamu doesn't win the fight. You'll see. You'll see. I know I'm asking you a lot, waiting for like a month or so, but Iriamu does not win the fight per se. You'll see. It's gonna be worth it. One thing I just ask is, going into chapter 6, for context, just keep in mind the events of the Moro arc, which obviously are not happening yet in Dragon Ball 13. They haven't happened. So they haven't come across powers like that before. We know that Goku and Vegeta do not fare well when it comes to magical abilities. One question for Iriamu: what's his personality like? From what I read, he only shows a few traits other than being evil. Well, I mean, he's a cynical guy. His personality will flesh out definitely a lot more over the course of his time. I mean, I don't want him to come across as just an evil guy. So if he's only coming across as just an evil guy, it's because he's just been introduced. But yeah, his personality is definitely going to flesh out a lot more in the time. But yeah, he is basically an evil dude. What else can I say about him that isn't too spoilery? I mean, he's kind of a perv, I guess, right? I mean, I haven't explored that much of his personality yet, but he doesn't really have much regard for people. He doesn't have regard for most people, I should say. Obviously, nobody really picked up on it, but he definitely had some sort of regard for Jericho's life. He didn't want to kill her, right? Damn, and I'm regretting my decision and announce what I'm going to post next because I'm feeling the need to draw Zeno Hitoshi. Yeah, go for it, man. And yes, a man of culture. He is yeah, his personality will definitely flesh out more in the future. I can't really go too much into it. I really want his personality to be something that can be picked up on through the way that he behaves. I don't want to be one of those people who says he is this way and then just expect people to understand that. I want him to come across appropriately and be identified such. I could see him saying something about a girl's body with no care in the world. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. You guys will see how it goes. Like I said, I don't want to say that he is anything because I want him to come across how he comes across to you guys. Super Duper Pooper Saiyan God Blue Rainbow Deluxe Edition. Are you talking about Shujin Saiyan? I think I'm just about done this Gogeta drawing. I'm probably not going to bother doing the colors right now, because I want to have time to do a little bit more drawing as well. But this'll do, right? I forgot to erase some stuff. No, it's just a random joke about how we're saying, yeah. But that pretty much does sum up what Shujin-san is, right? It's basically Rainbow Deluxe Rainbow Deluxe Edition. God, never mind. I'm just going to stop trying to talk. Yeah, that Gogeta works. It's not great. I don't really like it, honestly, but it'll do. So we got Gogeta, we got Iriamu. I don't like either of these. I don't know why I'm having trouble drawing right now. My eyes are kind of messed up. I've been drawing all day. And it's not really healthy to stare at the iPad screen so much. Alright, I'll draw one more picture. I think I have enough time for one more picture tonight. Maybe two. We'll see how it goes. So, what should I draw? What would you guys like to see? It's the Night Quill. You mean NyQuil, dude? You keep on calling it Night Quill. like a pen. A pen of the night. You mean NyQuil. It's a brand, right? NyQuil, I think. The Night Quill. GoQuil. The moment when you realize Gogeta wears croissants. Can it be something other than Dragon Ball? Sure. So long as it's something that I know. I'm not going to look up any pictures or anything right now because I don't want to distract from the stream. So just I feel for Sushana seems to be a pawn right now. I guess we'll see. Is she a pawn? Is she behaving of her own accord? Who knows? I guess that remains to be seen. Would you guys like to see a different character of mine? A non-Dragon Ball related character? Spider Bud. We got Spider Bud. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'll draw a different character. Let me think. Which one should I draw? I guess I could draw... Yeah, okay, I got one. This one is from another story of mine, which I will eventually explore more of with everybody. But, yeah, this guy's name is, well, I'll name him after I'm done drawing him for you guys. How about that? If I ever, when I explore this story, I'll probably end up redesigning him, but I'll just kind of give the rough look of what he's got going on right now, based on my previous designs. Sasuke, is that you? Alright, we got a rough sketch going on here. Digging the hairstyle though. Yes. Let me actually once I get into the actual flesh of it, we'll be able to flesh it out a little bit more. But I haven't drawn this guy in a long time, so bear with me. I'm also drawing him in my own art style. Again, I also, when I'm doing these streams, I'm drawing on a different surface than I usually draw on, just to try to keep the tablet still so that the microphone doesn't get too much interference. Who should I draw? I don't know, so anyone help. I draw Dragon Ball. Why don't you draw... why don't you draw... I don't know. Trunks. Champa. There's a suggestion. That ear is way too pointy. There we go. Tapion. There's an idea. Tapion's a good one. Basically Link, right? Any Zelda fans? Let's actually get that hair in there first. Let's get that hair going. It's dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go alone. Have you guys seen what's the name of the video? The YouTube channel. No, it's not Ninja Sex Party, but they worked with them. Do you guys know who Ninja Sex Party is? On YouTube? Yes. Frosty knows who they are. Of course, actually, I think... Have I shown them to you before, Frosty? I think that was a conversation at one point. But there's another group, Starbomb, I think it is. Starbomb? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Starbomb. But they do some really funny animated Zelda videos. What if your kid walks in on you saying Ninja Sex Party? Well, I mean, the only kid of mine who can walk is 2. So, I mean, he would probably just, I don't know. He wouldn't really say much, I guess. He might say like, Dada? What? I don't know. He's 2 and he's asleep, so he'll be fine. I've said worse things. I know Ninja Sex Party. I love them. Listen to them all the time. Good. I'm glad that there are some men of culture in here. Ego Raptor. That's it. What's Starbomb? Starbomb's another one, but Ego Raptor I think is the one that I was thinking of. Do you guys remember Oni on YouTube? That's some real OG stuff there. In case it hasn't been obvious before, I have a thing for drawing characters with scarves. I really love drawing characters with scarves. You don't remember Oni? Oh, man. After you're done watching this stream, or now, I mean, it's totally your call. I can't tell you what to do, but Chef, you should definitely check out Oni. He used to make really funny animations. He has since stopped. Now he just does gaming streams. It's been a while since I've drawn this guy. I don't like those marks. Trying to remember what this guy's design here looked like. I think it was like this. I think that was it. I honestly don't really remember anymore. It's been so long. I like Yamcha. What can I say? I've been playing too much fighters. Yamcha's honestly not that bad. He gets a lot of hate. I mean, like, in his defense, shit got crazy, right? Like, shit got right crazy. Basically, they went to Namek, and even before they went to Namek, the Saiyans showed up. They were literally out of this world powerful. Like, I don't blame Yamcha for not being able to keep up. That's a lot of expectation. I mean, has he ever really been that great? No, not really. Like, he did well mastering the Kamehameha, right? Like, he wasn't specifically taught how to do it. And he still managed to master it, right? And Master Roshi took, like, hundreds of years developing it, right? So Yamcha definitely has the potential to do better. But you can't really blame him for not being able to keep up with actual aliens. I mean, and he's human too, right? So if he got basically crippled by Tien, right? I mean, I don't specifically remember it, but I don't doubt you. And he's just human, right? So he's lacking training and focuses more on girls. Yeah. I mean, but again, he's just human. Like, imagine if you were a human living in the Dragon Ball world, right? And, like, sure, you're probably really powerful, especially hanging out with Goku and stuff, right? You're probably, like, super strong, but imagine, like, he's just a normal guy. Are you surprised you blew up? I started following around 3K, now you're at 13K. I mean, I appreciate I appreciate it a lot. I work really hard with this stuff. Like, I post every day. I've posted every day for the last, like, 4 or 5 months. So I work really hard to grow and make this work. Because I have goals and dreams and aspirations that I really want to reach. So, I appreciate the growth, but I also acknowledge that there's a lot of hard work behind it. And there's a fan manga called That Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. It's actually pretty strong because he gets possessed by a boy who knows all about Dragon Ball story. I've heard of it. I haven't read it. I've looked at some pictures of it, and the artwork is definitely on point. Alright, so here we have Okami. This is his name. He used to be called Wolfie, and I realized that name was really dumb. So I changed it to Okami, and yeah, now this is who he is. He's from a story called it's called The Story Not Meant to Be Told. And it is about him, obviously. Don't have to answer this if I don't want to. How old am I? I am 26? 26? I think I'm 26. Yeah, I'm 26. I'm a 26-year-old man, dude. I have kids. I have a wife. Living the dream. And then he's got this. He's got a very blue color scheme. He's a very blue boy. Now, this is like from the first part of his story, which takes place when he's a child. And the second part takes place when he's an adult. So this is his child design. Okami looks really cool. Totally digging the design. Thank you. He is the product of, actually the original design that I made of him, I made when I was about 12. And that was when he was named Wolfie. I made him back in my old RP days, when I used to RP, like roleplay online and stuff. I came up with this character and developed him into a story when I was a little older. About 15, maybe 15 or 16. And then, yeah, redesigned him when I did that. But yeah, he used to be called Wolfie, and then he got changed to Okami because Wolfie is a really dumb name for a real character. Like I can't seriously make a character Wolfie and then expect it to pick up well. Blooper Saiyan Blue. Blooper Saiyan is what Super Saiyan Blue Evolution should be called. I stand by, I think Super Saiyan Blue Evolution should have been called Super Saiyan Royal Blue. That's what I thought it was when he first got it. I was like, this is Super Saiyan Royal Blue. Because it was royal blue in color, and it was Vegeta's specific form. I was like, this is Super Saiyan Royal Blue. And then it was also, it could be Super Saiyan Royal Blue or Super Saiyan Ultra Blue. Were the two names that I thought at the time that it would make sense to be, but, you know, they botched it. They ended up not doing that. What color was his belt? I think he had a gold. I think he had a gold this section here. And then, I think that was gold. And that was gold. I think the rest of it was brown. But yeah, I still think Super Saiyan Blue Evolution should have been called Super Saiyan Royal Blue or Super Saiyan Ultra Blue. But I mean, that's just my opinion. What do I know? Super Saiyan Rage is such a dumb name. Can't we all Can we call it Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 2? Super Saiyan Rage then? Yeah, I agree. Super Saiyan Rage could have probably had a better name, but I mean, I like the way it looks. I like that it's kind of like a mix between Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan, right? I don't... When I think about the lore of the form, I don't really know... I don't really know its deal in terms of how Trunks uses it and stuff. Because he kind of just gets it, right? That said, it's one of Karido's forms too, so I mean, I shouldn't judge it too much, but... Gotta turn off multiple reference here. There we go. And then let's make his skin tone. That's why I like the manga up to the Tournament of Power more. Yeah, the manga did a really good job. Even most of the Tournament of Power, like, I mean, there's aspects of both that I like. I don't really want to say one or the other is better, but there's aspects of both that I definitely think some of them did better. One of them did better than the other. And wait, Karido gets Super Saiyan Rage. Yes, that's another one of those things I spoiled with the concept sheets a while ago. Yeah. Anyway, this is Okami. Okami Mangetsu. And then we have Gogeta and Iriamu. But yeah, this character here is from another story of mine. He'll probably be the story that I explore after Dragon Ball 13. It definitely fits the shonen kind of vibe. It's a very action-oriented story. Lots of drama and heartbreak and violence and action. Oh, don't need to save it. All right. I think I got time for one more small drawing. So what should I draw? Quick drawing. What would you guys like to see? This man transformations. What do you mean, this man transformations? Does he have a game? I remember a game known as Okami. Just a joke. Yes. Well, Okami just means wolf. Okami means wolf in Japanese. Crowley. Let's see if I can draw Crowley really quick. Do I know Samurai Jack? I do know Samurai Jack. I know him personally. He's a good friend of mine. Draw Luffy. I don't know how to draw Luffy offhand. I haven't drawn Luffy since I was a wee little kid, so I don't know how to draw him right offhand. Let's see if I can remember how to draw this guy. I forget, is Crowley the Patara or the Fusion Dance one? I honestly forget. It's been a while. Well, let's just say we're just going to draw the Patara one, because the Patara fusions are funner. Now their outfits have changed, haven't they? So Karido's outfit, when he meets Cooley, is definitely the armor, right? And I think when they meet, Cooley is just wearing his t-shirt, isn't he? Yes, Kaleido is the dance one. So Cooley is wearing his t-shirt design, I think, when they meet, isn't he? So I think the outfit would be like this, with the Saiyan armor being prominent. But with the t-shirt. Alright, this'll do. But I'm going to have to turn down that pen because... And let's do something a little fancy here. You guys really love your fusions, don't you? Seems every stream I'm working on a lot of fusions. So, any other questions with regards to Chapter 5? Anything you'd like to have clarified? Anything I can help with? While I finish this up. I mean, it was a good way of selling toys and giving power-ups. Yeah, Fusions definitely, definitely did that. Especially after the whole Fusion game came out. Which do you think is stronger, Potara or Dance? I think Potara. I mean, the Grand Supreme Kai? Elder Kai? Elder Kai, that's it. The Elder Kai pretty much outright said the Potara is stronger, right? It's a divine fusion, whereas the Metamorphin fusion dance is a mortal technique. So I think the Potara fusion is definitely stronger. I like how Karido would call Gohan Mr. Gohan. Well, he's a very respectful character, right? And he's asking for a favor by asking him to be his teacher. Like, they just met, you know? So I felt like it was pretty natural for him to call him that. If he said anything but equal, you are wrong. It is stated to be equal. I'm pretty sure that the Elder Kai has outright said it in the manga that the Potara fusion is much stronger, but... You know, a matter of opinion, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make sure that their interactions were authentic, respectful, and also familiar. So, Mr. Gohan felt pretty natural to say. I think Potara is stronger, in my opinion. Matter of opinion, I guess. Like I said, I still think Potara fusion is stronger, but everybody's allowed their own opinion. If here just got lazy and made them equal, even though manga said Potara is stronger. I wonder if Karido meets Piccolo and his reactions when they meet. Doesn't matter which is stronger, they're both cool. Karido will meet more of the Z cast, more of the other characters. I have a few plans for short one-off chapters in between chapters. So rather than being like the 20 pages or so that the average chapter is, keeping it under 10. And then having him introduced to other characters. And also he will be introduced to other characters as well in his usual story as well. Not just in any short one-off chapters. Gogeta was technically made before Vegito. Toriyama just wanted to have a different fusion because they wrote the Fusion Reborn movie before, but released it after. Yeah, I mean, I just watched the Fusion Reborn movie today, actually, and it took place after Vegeta died, but before, like just after Goku went Super Saiyan 3. So, yeah, I feel like the design for Gogeta was probably before the design for Vegito, just based on the release of that. And they were releasing like multiple movies a year at the time, so it's not surprising that it would be before. But yeah, I actually just watched that movie today. This morning, actually, when I first woke up. Watched it with my son. He was into it for a bit. Which was pretty cool. It's cool, like, introducing my kids to things that I like. Because, you know, they're kids. They don't really have much interest yet. But my son's getting older, so it's really cool getting him into Dragon Ball and stuff. The drawing is like a meme. What you see versus what she sees. I guess so. Getting a little freaky here, turning the camera. Or turning the screen. To get these this collarbone in. But yeah, got a lot of plans for Dragon Ball 13 in the future. A lot of big things coming. I want to do, like I said, a few smaller kind of one-off type chapters in between other chapters when I get the chance to. I have one planned, I think 2 chapters from now is when the first one's going to be. Introduced my brother to Haikyuu. He says it's garbage, but I think he's just saying that to make me angry. I haven't watched it. Is it good? It's on Netflix, right? I've seen the thumbnail for it, I think. Is it any good? So I'm just going to color this. Actually, I'm not going to do that line because this is going to be shaded in dark gray. I don't know if I'll have time to color this tonight, actually. It's already getting on to 9:30. I did. It is great. One of my top 2. I'll have to check it out, I guess. one of my favorite animes of all time is still Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood, not the old one. I mean Brotherhood, the one that's actually based off the manga, is better. I read the manga first, actually, and then when I found out they were making Brotherhood and they were making it based off of the manga, I was so excited. Another manga that was better than the anime. I don't know if any of you know Eureka 7. Used to be on YTV and Toonami and stuff. Their biceps are 2 different sizes. This is no good. I need to fix that. But Eureka 7, the manga, infinitely better than the anime. So much better. It's another one of those ones that just... the anime schedule got ahead of the manga, so they finished it off. But they finished it off wrong. So, yeah. They had like a rough outline of the ending, and then they just did it wrong. But same with Full Metal Alchemist. They had a rough plan. But the manga wasn't done yet, so... I also still haven't seen the new season of 7 Deadly Sins. I've seen some clips from it, and the animation definitely could have been better from the clips that I've seen. Like, I expected a lot more from it, I guess. I guess I did say it wrong if I didn't say it like that. I'm not going to repeat that one, but... funny thing, that's actually how I came up with the names of Karido and Iriamu. I have other characters from another story, and their names are Clyde and William, and... oh god, why do I keep on trying to save? Their names are Clyde and William, and when I was trying to come up with names, Karido and Iriamu, I just took their names and ran them through Google Translate to make them Japanese, and boom, Karido and Iriamu were born. What I think is crazy, I watch many, and I mean many, many anime, but I just hated watching, don't want to talk about saying 3 Piccolo's name is in it. What? Okay. Well, God, why do I keep on trying to save? I'm not saving these pictures right now. Alright, well, we got 4 pictures. We managed to get 4 pictures done during this stream. We got a shitty picture of Iriamu, a moderate picture of Gogeta, but I don't know what I did here. I don't know what I did with this, I don't know what happened here. Let me just get a marker so I can really circle it and really highlight how bad it is. I don't know what I did with this. I don't know why I made it so thin. I don't know what is wrong with me for doing this. I don't know. This is no good. This is no good. That has to be fixed. Anyway, let's undo all that. I don't know what that is. I don't know that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. So there's Gogeta. Here is Okami. I actually kind of like how this one turned out. I will probably finish this picture and make an actual Instagram post with it later in the future. And here is Kaido. So yeah. Let me read. Let me get caught back up on the chat here because I kind of got distracted looking at Gogeta's terrible arm. The reason that the 7 Deadly Sins most recent season was outsourced to a smaller company. Well, that makes sense. I still haven't seen it. I'll watch it when it comes on Netflix, but it's really depressing because it was really good animation-wise and story-wise. So it's kind of depressing that they outsource like that. Why do I do that? Why did I circle that thing? Because it was terrible. The arm was terrible. Same with this picture. This needs to be fixed. These arms need to be fixed. This chest is just way too buffy. I gotta dull that down a bit, especially given their source characters. So really, this picture here, from here down, needs to be redone entirely. But not bad for what, 10-15 minutes? I guess it'll do. Yeah. All right. Well, yes, I am tired. It is 9:30, and I'm an old man, so I'm gonna probably call this stream Dunzos for the night. You know, I will do another stream on Friday. I've been trying to keep my streams on a steady schedule. You know, Friday nights. Try to keep my streams on Friday nights. I did a special stream today because of the chapter release, so you know how that goes. I try to do the stream Friday nights and also the night of a chapter release so we can kind of debrief and discuss things that happened in the chapter and try to kind of do that. I'm thinking next week I'll do a gaming stream because I've done 3 drawing streams in a row. So I'll put a poll out on Instagram. If I should play Kingdom Hearts or Spider-Man. I think the vote's going to be going to Spider-Man. So yeah. You know, thanks for tuning into the stream. Expect to see this picture on my Instagram eventually, whenever I finish it up. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for reading the chapter. If you haven't, description down below has a link to my Instagram, Twitter, all that. You can find it on there. You can read it there. It's all on there. The chapter 5 is highlighted as pinned to my profile on Instagram, on Twitter, and chapters 1 through 4 are in my highlight section of Instagram right now. In about 3 or 4 days, maybe even a week, I will put them on my highlight reel for chapter 5 as well. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the stream. Hope you had a good time. I had fun. I appreciate everybody for showing up. And yeah, hope you dig it. Bye.